All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rob here. Welcome, one and all. As we get started here on this glorious Monday morning, the very start of November 1, 2021. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you could type the number 1 in and let me know that you can, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, fantastic. So keep in mind as we go through, all the candidates are for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's get ready to rumble. That's what it sounds like when we start our show off every day, waiting for the wrestlers to come out and start throwing chairs. All right, so first thing I want to start off with is the futures, right? Let's go take a look there first and see what the heck is going on. So interesting, we got the G20 going on, right? And let's see. Just need to grab a drawing tool. Forgot to pull that out, but we took a gap up overnight, right? From Friday's close at 5 p.m. to Sunday's open at 6 p.m., right? Eastern time. And if you look, you can see the gap up. We kind of ran down, pulled back up. We put in a newer high right there. Let's hit pause. I don't need to actually record it. So we put in a little bit of a higher high. We kept the bottoms there. We held nicely. We had tops coming down. We did get a quick break. And then right into the European market, as some of the stuff is coming out over there with the summit, we had a high and a higher high. We've had a little bit of a sell-off right now in the last little while on the market. Our highest high hit in there about 10 after 7 Eastern time this morning, okay, which is interesting, all right? But this pull down, this sell-off, this reversal that has taken place still leaves us at 11.5 points to the upside on the S&P, which is not bad in the overall, in the grand scheme of things. I do like it for the day. We'll see. There's a lot of discussion, a lot of stuff hit my news feed on Facebook this morning about energy, where the president is saying that within the next couple of years, he wants the U.S. to be oil and gas free. And he's asking Saudi Arabia to produce more oil, so we're getting all these price increases and so forth. So there's kind of a, which side of the face are you looking at me from? Which side of your mouth are you talking out of, right? So I heard one commentator this morning. I love that. I wrote it down. You should not take the belt off until the suspenders are on, right? So don't get rid of one until you got the other one in place, right? Interesting. I'm going to use that as a trading analogy over and over again. But so S&P, there we're at. The YM, the Dow has taken a tumble like that. We're up 108 points right now. We were up a bit higher. If we're at 810, we were at 890, call it. So we're about 70 or 80 points higher than we are right now. But overall, we're still up 110 points right now. On the NASDAQ, the NQ, remember Amazon and Apple getting hammered. NASDAQ has rolled over the same way. It had the same type of gap up, the same higher high, the same descending triangle. And they're the same type of double topping pattern that we failed on the break of the neckline, right? It's been the same on all three indexes. On the RUT, the RTY, and I'm not ready yet to do anything on RUT for, we'll look at in a moment, for my iron condors. We need a few more weeks yet before we do our next one. But we'll be doing those right here. We'll be talking about them as well. Bitcoin, $62,600. Gold Gold right now has taken a little bit of a pop. It opened up kind of flattish, ran up a little bit, and it's taken its next leg up, particularly as the markets rolled over. Crude oil, $85 a barrel. Man, it's just not looking good. We're going to hit 100 this year. I wouldn't be surprised. Right? So we've got that. And then when it comes to nat gas, we're down just a little bit, just fractionally. All right, so let's go look at the market and see what's happening here. So first thing is, let me reset the screen here. And guys, this is what I'm looking at today. All right. So I've got on my Pop 5K, these are the 4 stocks that I'm looking at. I'm always looking at the Reddit stocks, always. I actually have 2 of those positions right now. Of course, I always focus on RUT. And then these are our movers and shakers today. I'm just going to kind of go through them. This is as I found them and I jotted them down. This is how they wound up on my list, right? So that's how they're written down. I write myself some notes on each of those candidates. That's how they're written down right now on my page. So let's go back here. For some reason, once I shifted off that screen, it took away my pre-market data. Let's put that back. Okay. Hog, H-O-G. Again, Mr. Paul, I'm thinking of you, my friend. We closed on Hog Friday right about 36.5. We're at 39.5 right now. Because of the tariffs being lifted, if you've heard that. In the Trump administration, they put tariffs in. The U.S. did to Europe, and then Europe did it back to us, which we didn't really care about on our end as much, but it hurt them a little bit more. But there were tariffs on steel and aluminum. The president yesterday, or Biden, I should say, yesterday, with the EU, decided to remove those tariffs. So those are gone, and that has sent Hog, H-O-G, through the roof this morning. Right. So I'm looking at for Hog, I'll be looking at selling a put. Without a doubt, I like selling puts on stocks in this price range. Assuming I can get something, we're at $3 increase right now. It's a Monday, so it's a great day for it. All of this 1 delta is poo-poo. That's just not even possible. Okay. This is not even at all possible. Everything is a 1 delta. 38. Let's see. So we'd be looking at, in an ideal world, I look for about a 20 delta, 20, 25 delta. We don't have it. So we may find that 36 gives us the delta we're looking for. We'll see what kind of premium we get for it. But the 36, which had a 17 delta, was giving us 40 cents on Friday. I'll take 40 cents. If I could be a couple dollars out of the money, I will jump all over this. Right? I like U.S. Steel, like it a lot. I actually have a trade on it already before this came up. I took something on Friday on U.S. Steel. Right? So that's on Hog, H-O-G. Right? Then we've got Spotify, S-P-O-T, Spot. Spotify got an upgrade by Morgan Stanley. They closed about 290. They're at about 295.5, we'll call them. We'll be looking at a bull put spread on Spotify. A little bit more expensive company, right? A little bit higher cost. In there, we could shift this over to a vertical. And what I like to do, I don't really just like to base it on delta. I do like going out here and looking. So right now on Spotify, we are at 295.5, right? So we are right about the fib, right about this midpoint of these 2 fib lines. We got 20 in there, 86. We don't need a fib in there, but right about that midpoint in there is where we are now. So I'd want to be somewhere down below that 286. So if I can do a 285, 280, I'm all about it on the put spread. 285. Oh, we got a 2.5. 285, 282.5. We're up $5 right now, so we're not going to get that 78 cents that we're looking at right now. Let's see, $5. We're probably looking at about 50 cents is what we'll be able to get for that right now. So today. So that's not bad. 50 cents on a 250 spread. That's a 25% rate of return, assuming you're not exercised, right? So I like Spot a lot. Here's Spot here. All right, come Spot, come. AMC. What did they say on their sales for this previous month? October was higher than it was in 2020 or something like that. So their sales have gone up, is what they're saying. More people showing back up at the theaters. I don't know if you've noticed it. We're seeing TV commercials for AMC right now. yeah, I'm not saying they're good commercials, but they're commercials, right? They're paying Nicole Kidman, I think it was, is the one that I've noticed that I've seen a couple of times now. She's doing a commercial for it. Again, the commercial itself was okay. The point is they're getting their name out there. It certainly isn't a Geico commercial or something, some of these insurance commercials, but still they're spending some money. Why? Because they're trying to help drive people back to their theater, which I think is brilliant. What do they say about marketing? When things are good, you invest in marketing, you spend money. When things are bad, spend more, right? We're getting this recovery. They're spending money, much more than they had been spending for sure, that we could see anyway. Maybe more of it was online, but then we could see. So we closed up at 35.5. We're at 35.88. So we rolled off a little bit from where I caught it this morning, but we were at about 36.5. So we'll see what's happening, but bull put spread, selling a put possibly, but I've got to be a little bit out of the money on selling a put for me to want to do this. So I want to be under the 33 to sell a put. So if we're looking at AMC, we've got it at a vertical. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to singular. If we're looking at selling a put, ideal world puts me, well, a 32 delta. Wait a second. They have earnings coming up. Hold on there, Nelly. Yeah, they've got earnings coming up. Never mind. That's why they're so high. I'm looking at this saying, man, I would have done this already for that kind of premium. Caution. Day trade is okay, but I wouldn't want to be in this after today. So I'm not selling the put on any longer. If you think directionally you want to buy, that's okay. I wouldn't with, intraday. I would not be. I like stocks at this price range for selling puts. Gives me a better or a broader opportunity of being right in the trade. That really is the biggest thing for me. All right, so that's AMC. Let's go back and let's look at Deere. So DE, lots of hash marks. Remember, caution grasshopper. You've heard me say this before. Those hash marks are one-off trades. And it's not just one. We've got multiple going on in there. But the strike is over. They've reached some kind of tentative agreement. So life is good. It's better for the company where they closed up about 342. They're right now 347. About 346.5. About 346.5. So overall, nice move. Potential bull put spread is what I'll be looking at here. And this is not news that goes away. Yes, we got an agreement. We reached a tentative agreement. It's not we changed our mind. Normally, anyway. How about that? CRWD, which is Crowdstrike, they closed up. Let me just pull this over. They closed up about 282, and right now they're at 276. They got a downgrade today. It wasn't a big company, but it's affected them pretty harshly for sure. So we're looking at potentially a bear call spread on Crowdstrike. Moderna. Man, I didn't have to find this one anyway. I just knew. I knew from what they said this morning on some of the news stations that this new vaccine for kids, there's some concern on long-term effects with something with the heart. I didn't really get into the story. I don't care, right? If you tell me the manufacturer doesn't have springs to make my couch, I'm not going to ask you what gauge wire did they use for the springs. I don't care, right? I don't care. I'm not concerned from a trading standpoint why they're in trouble. I just know, hey, this is a potential as a trade for the downside. So what are we looking at here? We closed up at 345. We're looking at 335. Without a doubt, bear call spread will be on my docket for today with these guys. All right, if we flip this back over to vertical. Let's see. Well, let's do it this way first. I always want to see that bigger picture first. So now, in an ideal world, if I can get under that, above that 355, and I'll be okay, even though it's at 356, I'll be okay with the 355s because that puts us what, $20 out of the money? Yeah, $20 out of the money. So let's see. So if I could do a 355, 357 half bear call spread, I was getting 80 cents. We've moved $10. I need to add some more candidates in there. Let's just put them all in. 355, 57 half was 80 cents. We had a delta of 2. Wow. Oh, no, never mind. We're on vertical. We're on spread, so delta's not right. So 55, 57.5. So we're looking at, I'm not going to get, they don't have 67.5. Yeah, so we're probably looking at 40 cents or so in there, which is still not bad. It's still 20% on there, so really not a bad number whatsoever. But that's what I'm looking at for Moderna today. And then XPEV. I always get one of these one-offs that don't really know them very well. Chinese car company, they closed up at 46.5. They're at 48.5 right now, almost to the penny. They increased delivery on their cars. Apparently, it's their biggest month that they've had. So there's all kinds of hype and hoopla going on right now. They are optionable. They do have weekly options on them, which is great. They're a $48 stock. Potential for a naked put. Let's just flip back over to single. Potential for a naked put in there. So if we go back here and look at our dailies. All right. So in an ideal world, I want to be under 45, right? That's really what I'm looking for with my puts. I've got a 24 delta. With the $2 move that we have right now, we should maintain around that 20 delta. But if we look even here, we had a 17 delta. We were getting 54 cents. So we should get about 50, 55 cents for the 45s. And that 45s put me where? At a point of safety, because I'm below all of these. You got a head and shoulder type pattern in here, right? One of our coaches, Tony, is just he's an amazing trader, right? Loves patterns. That's really what he is, pattern guy. I deemed him as the pattern whisperer, right? Here's a head and shoulders pattern we had in there. This was our left shoulder, our head, our right shoulder, a lower right shoulder than the left one was. We pushed up to it one more time right here before failing off. And then we got up there, bounced on it 2 times before we finally broke out. So there's a lot of strength from the head and shoulders and then right from in here at that level. So if we can do something below there, we're good to go, right? We're good to go. So we're looking at that 45-ish, right? 45, we said? We're looking at that 45-ish on selling a put. If you wanted to go to a spread, same scenario, it would be great if I can get something with 45. It would be a bull put spread. So on a bull put spread, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something down below that 45. All right, so we've got 44, 45. As of yesterday, we were able to get 31 cents. 31 cents for a $1 spread. That means you need 30 cents. They're going to pay you 30 cents. You need 70 cents. You're better than a 33% rate of return on that if you're not exercised, right? So you get rates like that. Now, again, check earnings. I haven't even looked at to when the earnings are. They're coming up here. So, again, I go back to my selling positions, right? But the earnings might be a little bit too tight. So you may want to have to do something a little bit shorter. Day trades on premium like this on a Monday, you're selling that premium. Tuesday, if you're moving in the same direction, you're going to have time value deterioration. Just got to confirm when the earnings are on every candidate. You got to confirm when the earnings are. All right. Give me some candidates you want to look at. Alex had said AMC reports November 8th. Puts are for the 5th of November. I don't see a problem there. There you go. Perfect. They're for this Friday. Right. XPEV earnings are the 11th. There you go, Alex. I appreciate you helping us out with that very much. Paul is asking for us to look at the SPY. SPY, all-time highs, all-time closing highs, both. On Thursday, we had the all-time high. We had the all-time closing high, but not the all-time high. Friday, we had the all-time high and the all-time closing high. Today, we're already up in that range again, so it gives us just another opportunity to take advantage of it, another bite at the apple, right? So, Paula, in an ideal world, what I would want to see today is I would love to see SPY back off to 456.71-ish into that area and bounce. If it can, I would be looking at a potential of doing a bullish trade with the move up to 462.65. I don't know if we'll get that kind of pullback. The market is fairly bullish right now. Not really seeing what we're doing on Dow yet, but they're showing NASDAQ there. So let me just go over here real quick and flip over and take a look-see. So we're up 11 and a quarter and 120, 25 on the NASDAQ. Okay. So nothing earth-shattering there. Can we get the pullback? We can, but that's what I'd want to see first, Paul, on it. If not, you could use a midpoint as the same thing. Break the midpoint, retest, and bounce. Even though it doesn't need a Fibit, you could still use that 50 percentile anytime. All right? Can we look at fuel cell? You got it, Kevin. Fuel cell. All right, let me bigger picture, not scrunched. All right, so we got that moving there. Tough. Fibs are tough on stocks at this price level. We've got $1.28. We only move about 64 cents a day on this. So 960. Yeah, so wow. It's just too big. Too big. But we're sitting here at that 795 level, Kevin, right? So same scenario. If we can test the 795 and bounce, I'm looking at just shy of that $9, $8.90. Yeah, about $8.90 is our resistance level, somewhere in there. You can even push it to the $8.80 if you wanted to. So it's not giving you a lot of room, but it's an $8 stock. That's 10% move on it. So hope that helps. Hey, Lisa. Earnings November 3rd on MTTR. That is Matterport. Okay. Wow. So something came out on Friday. Something happened. Newer stock? Yeah. Okay. I noticed the 55 was fairly short. So not really giving us a whole lot. You're welcome there, Kevin. So tough. After a move like this, Lisa, I mean, it's up $3.45. They closed the previous day. We'll call it 19, and they're up 3. So 1/6, what is that? 18%? That's like an 18% move on Friday. I would definitely watch out for my tops in here. I mean, you could push that 23.96, 24-ish level, but I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback unless it's news-driven that's causing this, right? MTTR. So they're up at 23.77 right now. So they've continued. They've continued their quest, 23.77. There you go. I'd be careful, Lisa, up at that 24. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope it helps. Hey, listen, go ahead and check out. We've got free candidates that we send out every week. Go to the website called tradinglikeaboss.com, and you've got there's actually 3 resources in here that are all free, right? And there is no option. You can't give us a credit card. There's none of that, right? Trade with Rob. We have an amazing track record with that. Since May, we've had 5 candidates go against us. It might be 6. Might have been 6. But it's 5 or 6 candidates. Well, actually, it's here. Let me see. Instead of me guessing. So Reds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 6 candidates go against us out of, let's see, we haven't taken Coinbase yet. So we had 32. So 30 trades, 6 have gone against us, and we're up $16,600 or so. Right? So go to tradinglikeaboss.com, and you'll get a couple of free resources. You want to learn more about Fibs? Go ahead and pick that up as well. It's free, guys. The goal is really to help you get through how to become a great trader. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, and I will see all of you at our next update. Bye for now. Oh, by the way, no training tomorrow. I will not be around tomorrow, so we're going to skip the one tomorrow morning. All right. Take care, folks. Bye.